Good afternoon, basketball fans. Happy New Year and welcome to Division II Men's College Basketball. I'm Dave Clifton. I'll be describing today's action. And today we have Stonehill Skyhawks hosting the University of Bridgeport. They call them the Purple Knights. Stonehill right now 8-4 overall. They're 4-3 in conference play. The Purple Knights are 5-6, 1-3 in the ECC. I'm Dave. I'll be describing the action. Nick is on camera. Ken will not be with us this afternoon due to the holidays. But we're at Mercott Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court. A beautiful Saturday afternoon. We'll be playing two 20-minute halves. And right now, this is a game that both teams would like to certainly add an additional victory. Taking a look at the probable starters for Bridgeport Purple Knights. T.R. Robinson Morgan will be a sophomore. He is averaging 8 points a game. Bakery Camera, their leading scorer at 13.8 points per game. He'll wear number 15. Eric Rankin will get the starting nod, along with Hash and Abbas. And let's take a look now at the starting lineups for the Skyhawks. Here's Owen Chose, a three-point shooter, a sophomore. He wears number 13, and a good shooting guard. And from Mansfield, Massachusetts, we have Michael Bowen. He wears number 15, a senior, averaging 6 points a game, but also 5 rebounds per game. And from Lawrence, Massachusetts, we'll have Joel Baroa. Brandon Twitty wearing number 3, a junior. He'll get the starting nod. He likes to pop him in from the outside. And finally, the leading scorer and rebounder for the Skyhawks, wearing number 33, Will Morton. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. And he certainly is a guy that's one of the leading players in the NE10 conference. So we're just about ready now for the starting lineup from both teams. Stonehill will be led by head basketball coach Chris Kraus, his 6th season. And for the Scarlet Knights, their head coach Mike Rowan, he's in his 19th season. And they're looking for victory in number 6 in this contest. Baroa will jump the tap against Amija Zubek, who's from Serbia. 3 officials, 2 20-minute halves, tap control by the Purple Knights. Stonehill falls into a man-to-man defense. Loose ball fought for, ends up in the hands of the Purple Knights. And there's a nice rebound and put back up by Hashem Abbas. This is a team, I understand, from Connecticut that presses throughout this ball game. Will Morton on a little weave. Gets it to Twitty. To Bowen. Underneath to Will Morton. Goes up with a shot. Misses. Loose ball rebound. Picked up by Tremendi. So both teams right now a little cold. If you just joined us, you're watching one team from the ECC, the Purple Knights, as Twitty steals the basketball. And of course the Skyhawks from the NE10 conference. And there's a traveling violation called against Owen Chose. Stonehill right now trailing Bridgeport, Connecticut University by a score of 2-0. Robinson Morgan, wearing number 4, works the far side of the court. They go into the paint, turnaround Jay off the window, and that was a bakery camera on the basket. This junior is averaging 13.8 points per game. Here's Morden, taking things into his own hands, gets across the timeline. To Bowen, to Twitty, three-pointer, bang, he got it. So Stonehill gets on the scoreboard with 17:55 remaining here in the first half. Watching two competitive basketball teams here on the Paula Sullivan court here at Merckett Gymnasium. Turnaround Jay rolled around the rim and finally fell in by Hashem Abbas. Abbas is 6'6", plays center and forward on the Scarlet Knights ball club. Stonehill right now double stacks to take the ball out of bounds on their own baseline. They get it to Baroa. Baroa is from Lawrence, Massachusetts. To Twitty. And we're going to have a violation. So they'll call an offensive foul against Baroa. Joel takes a seat to get a rest. And coming into the lineup is the biggest guy on the Skyhawk squad, Owen DeGraff. He's from Beansville, Ontario. Good penetration to the hoop by Nemanja Zubek. 8-3, Stonehill trailing. If you just joined us, folks, you're watching Division II men's college basketball here at Merckett Gymnasium, located here in the town of Easton, Massachusetts. Bowen goes to the hoop with his left hand, throws it off the window, and that kiss off the backboard gives Stonehill another basket. They trail by 3. Nice hustle and rebound by Bowen. Gets it to DeGraff. Owen chose, back out front. They play catch at the top of the key. One team from the ECC, Eastern Central Conference, and of course Stonehill from the Northeast 10 Conference. This team from Connecticut, they love to run with the basketball. Ball goes out of bounds. Stonehill will get it back. Official timeout. Getting up slow, Hashem Abbas, a sophomore from Serbia. Adam Freeze, now a freshman. Coach Chris Krause addressing 5 freshmen in this ball game. Owen DeGraff takes the 3, side rims it, rebound pulled down. However, on the rebound, John Middleton stepped out of bounds. That'll give the ball back to the Skyhawks. Connor Walsh wearing number 2 in the lineup. And there's a foul on the play. That means Twitty will go to the charity stripe. He'll shoot 3 free throws. He got fouled outside the 3-point marker. 15:27 on the clock. Twitty makes his first. He'll get 2 more. Twitty has a chance to tie this game up here in the first half. I jinxed him. He back rimmed it. He'll get a third shot. Abbas takes a seat for the Purple Knights. And John Middleton comes back into the lineup along with Dennis Green for this Connecticut Division II college. Stonehill in the white jerseys. They continue to stay in their man-to-man defense. Underneath, and we'll have a foul in the play. They'll call this against Owen DeGraff.
That's Stonehill foul, number 31, Owen DeGraff. His first personal, it's his second foul.
So going to the foul line will be Ali Samara. He's from the Bronx, New York, a 6'5" freshman. Ball bounces around and falls for the Purple Knights, so that first free throw is good. Stonehill comes into this game 8-4 overall. They're 4-3 in the NE10 conference. The Bridgeport Purple Knights are 5-6, 1-3 in the ECC. Here's a team that likes to press. And ball goes out of bounds. It was intended for Owen Chose. So Stonehill will get the ball back at midcourt. 15:02, we're in the first half. Stonehill trailing by 3, 10-7. Nick Alante on camera. I'm Dave Clifton, happy to describe the action, and we wish all of our viewers out there a Happy New Year. Here's Will Morton, goes to the hoop, throws it up, doesn't make it. And going coast to coast, but getting fouled, is John Middleton. So the junior guard will go to the foul line. He'll shoot two. He was in the act of shooting.
John Middleton at the line, shooting 2.
3 officials for this ball game dressed in the stripes. And of course, this is the holiday break for most of these schools who are playing today.
And back in for Stonehill, number 3,
Connor Walsh, wearing number 2 from West Friendship, Maryland, getting some playing time today. He wears number 2. Ball rolls around the rim and it falls. Stonehill trailing by 4. Here's Morton. He'll take it himself across midcourt. A tight man-to-man defense put up by the Purple Knights. They have a 4-point lead. Morton takes a 3-point shot, back rims it, won't fall. Rebound hauled down by the Purple Knights, and a good drive to the hoop by Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Puts his team back in this ball game. Loose ball ends up in the hands of Owen Chose. Freeze across the court to Twitty. To Morton. Morton evidently stepped on the near sideline in front of the Bridgeport bench. Not a full house here at the Merckett Gymnasium. It's vacation break time for a lot of the students. There's a shot from the top of the key, pulled down by the smallest player on the court. And of course, that's Owen Chose. Baroa works the far side of the court, gets the shot blocked, but there was a foul in the action.
That makes fouls number 11, G.
Chose will go to the foul line.
The team's third foul. Owen Chose at the line.
Johnny Strateski, wearing number 32, getting some playing time here for the Skyhawks. Wholesale substitutions by Coach Rowan. Also coming back into the lineup is Bowen from Mansfield, Massachusetts. Played his high school basketball in the Hockomock League. He's a senior. We got a tie ball game here at Mercott. Purple Knights with the basketball. Dennis Green with the ball. Goes to the top of the key, works the far side of the court. They take the shot, won't fall. And the rebound pulled down by Johnny Strateski. And we're going to have a traveling violation. He moved his pivot foot. That was Owen Chose, sophomore from Eden Prairie, Minnesota. He gets a rest. He comes out. So Coach Chris Krause will go with Bowen, Morton. Adam Freeze gets some playing time along with Twitty and Baroa from Lawrence, Massachusetts. They go baseline, and we're going to have a traveling violation. Scarlet Knights now will go back into a full court press. That's their reputation, always in a press, and we're going to have a 30-second timeout called by Chris Krause. 12:24 on the clock. Taking a look at the NE10 conference, the conference that Stonehill plays in. St. Anselm's, they're 5-0 right now. They're 9-0 overall. Bentley is 5-1. Stonehill and Merrimack College from Andover are 4-3. Southern New Hampshire 3-4. Franklin Pierce 2-4. Assumption 1-4. And St. Michael's of Vermont 1-6. So Stonehill right now tied for third place in the NE10 conference. They're 8-4 overall. Stonehill. Freeze working against a man-to-man press. Gets a bounce pass over to Bowen. Bowen on the far side of the court, back to the top of the key. They get it to Morton, not afraid to drive, goes to the hoop, and evidently threw it out of bounds. So the Scarlet Knights get the ball back. They're dressed in the purple. I shouldn't say Scarlet Knights, they're the Purple Knights. 11:55, the clock running. Went out of bounds. Looked like Stonehill kicked it out of bounds, but the official called it in favor of Stonehill. Morton goes to the hoop, and they'll call him on an offensive foul. So Morton picks up his first personal foul. Purple Knights in no hurry to take the ball across midcourt. Looked like a traveling violation. Nice rebound pulled down by Freeze. Underneath to Baroa. Back out front, Twitty. Off the side of the rim, doesn't fall. This is a team that likes to run with the basketball, and they get the hoop. Put themselves back out in front again by a bucket. Freeze being pressured in the backcourt. Adam is a freshman guard from Swartstown, Pennsylvania. Baroa, three-pointer, back rims it. Rebound pulled down by Trementi. And again, this will be another backcourt violation. Stonehill will get it back. Owen DeGraff gets some playing time, and Bowen gets a rest. Stonehill will take the ball now out of bounds. 10:33, we're in the first half here at Mercott Gymnasium. This is a non-league game for both these teams. Bridgeport, Connecticut, and they're hosted by the Skyhawks here at Stonehill College, Easton, Massachusetts. Shot blocked. Good defensive effort by the Purple Knights. Three-point shot, they get their own rebound, they go back up, and they get fouled. So that will send Jaden Tremendi to the foul line. He'll shoot two. His team with a 2-point lead. He front rims the first shot. He'll get a second. Studies the basket, a little spinner road, takes the shot. He makes the back end of two free throws. 14-11. Stonehill again working against the press. Freeze across midcourt, gets bumped on the far side of the court. Tremendi gets the foul called against him. That'll be his second personal foul. The Skyhawks will take the ball out of bounds on the far side of the court. Owen DeWolf with the basketball. And again, Freeze fakes the three-pointer. Gets it out front to Twitty, but Freeze gets fouled in the paint. That'll be a blocking foul. That'll be the fifth team foul called against the Purple Knights. Baroa to DeWolf. He takes the three-pointer. Doesn't fall for him. A little bit off here in the first half. This cable cast produced by ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. And of course we thank the Northeast Savings Bank, the sponsor. And again, they go to the hoop, they take the shot, and it's reconfirmed with a dunk. And that basket made by Bakery Camera. He's their leading scorer. He's a junior. He leads the scoring with 13.8 points per game, and in rebounding has 6.4 points. So with timeout on the court, Stonehill trailing Bridgeport, Connecticut by a score of 16-11. We have 9:15 on the score clock. Stonehill coming off a victory against Concordia by a score of 85-72. Bridgeport, Connecticut, the Purple Knights out of the ECC, call it the East Coast Conference. This is a team that had a player by the name of Manuel Bowl from Sudan. He was 7'7", and if you go back a number of years, can you imagine having a player on your team 7'7"? He eventually ended up in the pros. He seemed to improve each year, and now he's got a son that's playing college basketball out in the West Coast, and I understand he's 7'3". So Stonehill will take the ball out of bounds. The Purple Knights go back into their man-to-man press. Here's Bowen, gets across midcourt. Wants to set something up. Gets it to Baroa. Morton back to Baroa, fakes the shot, goes into the paint, and they get it to Mike Bowen. Looked like an easy shot, didn't fall for him. And we have an injured player on the court. And it looks like the injured player is Hashem Abbas. He's from Palestine, a sophomore at 6'6", weighs about 215 pounds. Don't know if it was a knee or an ankle injury. Right now, he's laying on his side. Head coach, 19 years for the Purple Knights, Mike Rowan. Their next game will be against Bentley. That's tomorrow. And Stonehill, their next contest will be on January 5th. They'll play Long Island University Post. And again, that will be their next basketball contest. So he seems to be walking out on his own, Hashem Abbas. So the good news is that it'll be okay. Stonehill right now trailing by 5. Robinson Morgan wearing number 4. He gets the basketball. A little tricky dribble between his legs, looking for the shot. Good defense by Stonehill. And there's an open three-point shot. Went in the basket and came back out. That looked like that was going to stay. Freeze with the basketball. Gets it to Morton, to Baroa. Freeze on the near side of the court. Will Morton stops at the top of the key. Dragged his pivot foot. They'll call him on a traveling violation. Clock stopped at 8:09. We're in the first half. Stonehill right now trailing 16-11. Robinson Morgan with the basketball. Working against a man-to-man defense. Underneath, all alone. I don't know how he found him, but he did. That was Middleton, all alone. He wears number 10. Middleton is a junior. He's 6'4", 210 pounds. He's from Atlantic City, New Jersey. Misses his first free throw. He'll get a second. Owen DeGraff now back in the lineup. Gives Joel Baroa a rest. Middleton shooting the back end of his 2 free throws. Makes the first. He'll get a seat. Jose Sanchez comes back in the lineup now for the Purple Knights. He's putting some pressure on Freeze. Morton on the far side of the court to DeWolf. Milton Moorhead goes to the basket and he gets fouled in the act of shooting.
That Bridgeport foul number 15.
University of Bridgeport Purple Knights, they're 5-6 overall.
Will Ward at the line.
Taking on a very competitive team, the Skyhawks here from Stonehill and Easton, Massachusetts. They're 8-4.
13, Owen Jones.
Twitty gets a rest.
Hey, Bo, you were 15.
And Morton makes both his free throws. Stonehill right now closing the gap. They trail by 4. Shot doesn't fall. Freeze with the rebound. Freeze works the far side of the court to Bowen. Morton looking for the shot. Gets it to Bowen. And we're going to have a blocking foul. As Owen DeGraff went baseline on the right side. Got fouled with the body. He'll go to the charity stripe. He'll shoot 2. His team trails by 4. We got 6:59 here in the first half. Owen DeGraff misses the front end of his 2 free throws. He'll get a second. And this one rolls around the rim, finally falls. 3-point difference. Bridgeport, Connecticut. Now working against a zone defense. Stonehill in the white jersey, they take the shot, and we're going to have an offensive foul.
Bridgeport number 5, Jose Paloma Sanchez, his second personal, the team's 8th foul.
So right now we got an official timeout. Going to the bench, Hashem Abbas. Stonehill will get the ball back. They trail by 3.
Also checking in, number 13, Ali Samara.
Stonehill out of the NE10 conference are 8-4 overall. They're 4-3 in conference play. Here's Freeze. Gets across the timeline. Brendan Twitty goes to the foul line. He'll be coming in and going to the hoop, driving hard. Power drive to the hoop by Bowen. The young lad from Mansfield, Massachusetts, a senior, made a terrific hoop. Stonehill trailing now by 1 point. There's a 3-point shot. Bang, he got it. Dennis Green on the 3-pointer from the Bronx, New York. He knew that was going in all the way. Here's Bowen, stops, pops, doesn't fall. And the Purple Knights come down with the rebound. Good hustle by Will Morton. Gets it over to Freeze. Owen DeWolf posted low on one side. Bowen on the opposite side. Morton weaving back and forth from the high post to the low post. Here's Morton. Dishes underneath, but the ball gets stolen. And a good block by Freeze. Adam Freeze was at the right place at the right time. Walsh comes in, Twitty comes in, DeWolf gets a rest. Also getting a rest to Mike Bowen. They get the ball way out front. 5:04, the clock running. 20-16, the Purple Knights out in front, and we're going to have a violation against Bridgeport, Connecticut. Stonehill gets it back. Here's Twitty with the basketball. Gets across midcourt, dishes off to Freeze. To Will Morton, who goes to the hoop, throws it off the window, and makes a pretty basket. Nice penetration and drive to the hoop. He kissed it off the glass to get that hoop. Stonehill trailing by a bucket. Another violation by the Purple Knights. One of their players stepped on the baseline. Stonehill gets it back. The Purple Knights go back into their full court press. Twitty to Morton to Freeze. Freeze takes his time as he works the far side of the court. Morton dishes off. There's a J. Bang, and he got it. So Owen Chose with the basket ties it up, but not wasting much time. Bridgeport, Connecticut comes right back. Here's Morton. Does a terrific job against the press. Here's Freeze. Gets it to Twitty. To Walsh. Back out front. And there's Walsh with a three-pointer. Doesn't fall. Goes out of bounds. And Stonehill gets it back. Good battle on the boards by Chose. There's Freeze with a shot, and we're going to have an offensive foul called against Owen Chose. So he picks up his first personal foul. Will be the 5th against Stonehill here in the first half. Both these teams are playing 2 20-minute halves. We're in the first half. 3 officials and the stripes, and we have a 30-second clock. Stonehill now working a zone defense. They take the shot, rebound fought for, and Bowen gets the loose ball rebound. Gets it to Morton, to Chose. Twitty underneath. Bowen on the near side of the court. Chose on the far side of the court. Underneath to Morton. Good ball movement. Shot doesn't fall. Morton gets the shot blocked. They like to shoot the threes. And we're going to have a foul in the rebound action. They're going to call this against Twitty. This will be the first personal foul called against Brandon Twitty. Twitty's a junior from Randolph, Massachusetts, a 6'2" guard. Played his high school basketball at Catholic Memorial. Freeze gets a rest. Good effort by Adam Freeze coming off the bench. Foul shot does not fall, and we're going to have a violation. The foul shot didn't go in anyways, but Stonehill will get the ball out of bounds. They trail by 2. Here's a chance for Stonehill to try to go out front here before the end of the first half. Little weave out front. Morton to Twitty. Underneath, ball stolen. That basketball was intended for Michael Bowen. And they got their own rebound on the missed three-point effort. Middleton really getting up there on the boards. University of Bridgeport, they call them the Purple Knights, 5 and 6. Morton rebounds on the missed shot. He gets pressure from Zubak. So we're going to have so that was a violation. Stonehill stepping out of bounds on the far sideline. Gives the ball back to Bridgeport, Connecticut. This university, they call them the Purple Knights. There's a foul on the play.
Skyhawks foul number 15, Michael Bowen, his second personal. The team's ninth foul.
So are they going to get 2 or 1 on 1?
Dennis Green at the line, shooting 2.
Shooting run by 2.
That was Mike Bowen on that last foul. He gets a rest. Adam Freese comes back into the lineup for the Skyhawks. Makes the back end of his 2 free throws. Dennis Green puts his team out in front by 4. 127. Stonehill gets the ball out of bounds. Twitty, no problem breaking the press as he walks his way up the court. And there's a three-pointer bang from way downtown. Will Morton from Minneapolis, Minnesota. Puts his team now down by 1. Didn't last long. A quick three-pointer. And that was Green on that three-pointer. 27-23, 48 seconds remaining. Stonehill looking to pick up the shot. 7 seconds on the 30-second clock. Three-pointer, a missed rebound by Owen DeGraff. There's Will Morton, takes the shot. He misses. Then hauling down the rebound was Abbas. Now the Purple Knights are going to look for the final shot. They have a 4-point lead. They're going to try to extend that lead here before the end of the first half. There's a three-pointer. Back rims it. Ball doesn't go in. That's the end of the first half here at Merckett Gymnasium. Stonehill trailing the University of Bridgeport, Connecticut by a score of 27-23. We got a 15-minute break. And of course, when you take a look at some of the scoring for Bridgeport, leading them is Dennis Green with 5 points. And of course, there's also 6 points by one of their playmakers, Robinson Morgan. 9 points for Will Morton. And of course, 4 points for Owen Chose, who wears number 13. So taking a look right now Both these teams are looking for another victory. The Skyhawks looking for victory number 9. They trail at halftime by 4. And Bridgeport, Connecticut University, they're looking for their 6th victory. They want to be at the 500 mark. They're 5-6 overall. We'll be back to talk with you at halftime, but right now, let's take this brief timeout. Welcome back to the second half of Division II men's college basketball. We're at Mercott Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. Stonehill right now trailing the University of Bridgeport, Connecticut. They call them the Purple Knights. 27-23, the Skyhawks down by 4. Let's take a look at some of the scoring here in the first half. For Bridgeport, Connecticut, the leading scorer with a total of 6 points, Bakery Kamara, as well as Hashem Abbas, both have 6 points. 5 points by Dennis Green, and Middleton and Sumara both have 2 points, along with Zubek. Taking a look at the Stonehill scoring, 9 points by Will Morden. We have 5 points for Brandon Twitty from Randolph, Mass. 4 points each for Owen Chose and Michael Bowen. And of course, 1 free throw by Owen DeGraff. That's the scoring totals, 27-23. Just about ready for the start of the second half. Stonehill right now 8-4 overall. They're 4-3 in the NE 10 conference. They're tied for 3rd place, I should say, with Merrimack from North Andover. St. A's is 5-0. Bentley College is 5-1. And it'll be interesting to see how the final score will match up. We have another 20-minute half remaining. We have 3 officials dressed in stripes. We have a 30-second clock and 1 20-minute half remaining. Both coaches now sending their players out to courtside. This is the first game of a doubleheader we'll do today. The women's team will be playing in a local classic tournament later on this afternoon. This game is on tape delay. It's a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. And of course, we thank the Northeastern Savings Bank for their support of Stonehill College basketball as they sponsor this men's team. And there's a penetration to the hoop. Ball went to Morden. Morden drove baseline with his left hand, made the basket, and now has a chance to go to the charity stripe for what we call the old-fashioned three-point play. Nice pass by Owen Chose. And we now have a 1-point difference to start off the second half. Great start for the Skyhawks. Both these teams playing on the Paul Sullivan court here at Mercott Gymnasium. Nice little drive to the hoop. Didn't look like a walk, but certainly no foul. Ball went out of bounds. That pressure with the backcourt press does have an effect on the Stonehill offense. 29-26. The Connecticut Division II college out in front by 3 points. They have the basketball. The Purple Knights, a little tricky dribble ball stolen by Will Morden. And a good foul called by the official. Very appropriate, a little push and shove. That'll be the 3rd personal foul called against Hashem Abbas. He's from Here's Chose with the basketball. Gets it to Bowen, to Twitty. And again, they play catch outside. 13 points, I should say 13 seconds on the 30-second clock. So they'll call this foul against Mike Bowen from Mansfield, Mass. That's his third personal foul. That brings Adam Freeze in to give Mike Bowen a rest. 29-26, 18-46, the clock running. We're at Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court here on the campus of Stonehill College. And again, they go to the hoop. He throws it up with the opposite hand. Chose, one of the smaller players on the court, comes down with the loose ball rebound. Coach Chris Kraus on his feet. There's a nice drive to the hoop. Left-handed hook shot by the left-hander, Will Morton. And of course, not wasting any time, coming right back with a hoop. And that was Zachary Camera. He's their leading scorer for the Purple Knights. There's a stop, there's a pop, front rims it, won't fall. Loose ball rebound by Robinson Morgan. And again, Morton pulls down the rebound on the missed three-point attempt. Here's Chose as a single low post. One player on each wing. Baroa goes to the hoop and he gets pushed. So Zubak picks up his second personal foul. Stonehill will get the ball back. They'll double stack it to get the ball in bounds underneath their own basket and on their own baseline. Here's Twitty, drives into the paint. Gets it to Freeze, to Chose. To Will Morton. Will stops underneath. Gets it to Owen DeGraff, but shot is partially blocked. And there's a three-point shot. That's the signal by the official. 34-28, Stonehill trailing by 6 points. 16:31, we're in the second half here at Merckett Gymnasium. And we're going to have a foul on the loose ball. We'll call this against Adam Freeze, number 12. That will be his second personal foul. Ali Samara comes into the lineup for Bridgeport, Connecticut. Walsh gets some, I shouldn't say Walsh, getting some playing time right now for the Skyhawks. Johnny Strateski. Loose ball picked up by Morton. Gets it to Bowen. Back out front to Morton. He fakes, he goes to the hoop, and gets the shot partially blocked, knocked out of bounds. Stonehill gets the ball back. Clock stops at 15:55. Skyhawks right now trailing University of Bridgeport, Connecticut, 34-28. Morton to Bowen. Bowen works the near side of the court in front of the Stonehill bench. Morton tries to go to the hoop. He does. He throws up a scoop shot underneath the hoop. Here's a 3-on-2. And they go to the hoop, pretty layup. They get the basket. Give credit to Bakary Kamara. So right now, Bridgeport, Connecticut enjoying their biggest lead, 36-28. 15:28 on the clock. The next game for Bridgeport, Connecticut will be against Bentley. That'll be tomorrow. However, the Skyhawks from Stonehill will play Long Island University Post on January 5th. If you get a chance, folks, come on down and watch these two division college teams play. I'm talking about the men's team as well as the women. Both teams are very competitive. Some of the top high school players from around come to the college not just for an education, but they like playing the game of hoop. Stonehill again continues to work against the press. Here's Bowen. And we're going to have a foul out at the top of the key. They'll call that foul against John Middleton, who wears number 10. His first personal foul, fourth team foul against the Purple Knights. Ball went out of bounds, bounced off the Stripes, who happened to be out of bounds. Turnovers can hurt you. Coach Chris Krause right now looking for his team to get fired up. He's going with Bowen. And of course, the biggest and strongest rebounder. So Morden picks up his second personal foul. Third team foul against the Skyhawks. Stonehill trailing 36-28 here at Merckett Gymnasium. Both these teams playing on the Paula Sullivan Court. We thank our sponsor, the Northeast Savings Bank. They are a community bank, and they certainly are always there to help the community out, and we thank them for their support here at Stonehill College as they participate in the men's home games. Very much appreciated. Here's Morton being pressured in the backcourt, gets it to senior Mike Bowen from Mansfield. And there's a blocking foul. They'll call that against Tremendi. Tremendi is a guard forward, a freshman from York, Pennsylvania. Played his high school basketball, William Penn Senior High.
That foul on Bridgeport number 13, Ali Salara. His first personal, the 16th foul.
Morton will put the ball in play now in front of the Stonehill bench. Gets it to Baroa. Here's Bowen. We pronounce it and spell it B-O-E-N. There's Baroa, takes the three-point shot, doesn't fall, and we got a foul in the paint.
That Purple Knights foul is number 11, Jake Tremendi. His fourth personal, the team's seventh foul.
So obviously the Purple Knights are complaining that it's not me that made the foul. Two players. And the referee said it's both of you. Only kidding. Here's Will Morton now from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's on the foul line. Side rims it. Ball just won't fall for Stonehill. 36-28. 13:54 in the second half. This is an NE10 team versus an ECC team. This will be the fourth foul called against Mike Bowen. That'll bring Adam Freeze back into the lineup. Bridgeport puts the ball in play. Stonehill in their man-to-man. Now that shot was from way downtown, doesn't fall. Joel Baroa will put the ball in play. He gives it to Adam Freeze. And again, Stonehill for the entire game has been working against a pressure defense, I should say. As Free drives to the hoop, makes the basket. Nicely kissed it off the window for the hoop. Underneath, takes the shot. They'll call this against Will Morton.
That's Stonehill foul, foul number 33, Will Morton. His third personal, 15th foul. Rasheed Thomas is the line.
Front end of the two free throws missed by Abbas. Takes the second one, he makes it. Stonehill trailing by 7. Here's Will Morton. Gets it to Adam Freeze. And Freeze gets fouled in the paint. He'll go to the charity stripe.
That Bridgeport foul, number 22.
The left-hander will shoot 2.
In the line for Bridgeport, number 15. Bakary Kamara.
Zuback gets a rest
Adam Freeze at the line, shooting 1-1.
for the University of Bridgeport. Adam Freeze shot won't fall. There must be a cover on that basket. And again, they're looking to take the 3. They do. They make it, and he gets fouled. This could very well be a 4-point play. What a coincidence. He's wearing number 4.
Basket counts for Travis Robinson Morgan. He'll go to the line to shoot 1.
So he does it. Robinson Morgan. First name is Travis. Here's Freeze. Baroa takes a 3-point shot. He got it. I'll tell you, they needed that. There's the Purple Knights enjoying one of their biggest leads. And Baroa come back and hit a 3. Nice block by Baroa. Good defense. Baroa from Lawrence, Massachusetts. Played his high school basketball, Lawrence Central Catholic.
See the ball, Freeze! Hey, Will! Chase!
And again, they take the shot. They get their own rebound. It bounced their way. This is a pretty low-scoring game for the Skyhawks. And they get a J. That's a 2-pointer.
Kamara.
They continue to stay in their press on defense. Stonehill trailing by 10. Here's Cho's three-pointer, won't fall. Adam Freeze with the rebound underneath to Cho's. Good look, good pass, good basket. 43-35. I'm sure that the Connecticut school is saying Stonehill just won't go away. And there's a foul on the rebound. They'll call this foul against Camera. So they'll be in the bonus. That means that Will Morton will go to the foul line.
Will Morton at the line, shooting 1-1.
It's a one-on-one situation. If he puts in the first, he gets the second. Young basketball players, look at the concentration. Makes the first, all net. He'll get a second. Still plenty of time left here in the second half. Second shot is good. 43-37, 10:52, the clock running. Stonehill must tighten up on defense. As they look for the three, 7 seconds right now on the 30-second clock. Good hustle by Baroa. Good second effort, gets him the rebound. Here's Adam Freeze. Twitty with the three-pointer. Rolls around the rim, won't fall for Stonehill. Stonehill has losses against Bentley, Merrimack, St. Thomas, and St. Anselm's. There's a three-pointer from way downtown. Wow. That was Jose Pabin Sanchez. He's a junior. Threw in a three-pointer. Stonehill moving the ball around front. There's Brandon Twitty goes to the hoop. Quick timeout called by Stonehill. They trailed by 7.
That's a 30-second timeout.
And if you just joined us, folks, you're missing a good basketball game. Stonehill, led by head coach Chris Krause, his 6th season, part of the class of 2006. And taking a look at some of the scoring for Stonehill, Will Morton has 16 points. He leads the Skyhawks. And the Purple Knights are led by Zachary Camara from Harlem, New York. Went to the John F. Kennedy School. So with 9:29, the clock running, we got a 46-39 basketball game. Both these teams part of Division II men's basketball, which part of the NCAA. And again, all alone underneath. Loose ball fought for, and we have a foul in the action. And that's going to send Al Samara from the Bronx, New York, to the foul line. He'll shoot 2. He was fouled in the act of shooting. Misses the first. He'll shoot the back end of his 2 free throws. I think the court press has certainly hurt the Stonehill offense. Makes one free throw. And again, Stonehill able to break the press this time. And we're going to have a foul on the play. Almost looked like Owen Chose bounced off the wall. Thank God there are mats there underneath each basket. So Chose will go to the foul line. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Has a chance to close the gap. Makes the first one. Coach Kraus goes with Freeze, Baroa, Chose, Brandon Twitty, and Will Morton. Second free throw, back rim, won't count. Still a 7-point difference. Bridgeport, Connecticut using up some of their 30-second clock. No hurry. They finally take the shot in the paint and make the J. And of course, Backery, their leading scorer, able to get into the paint and throw in a J. He also leads their team in rebounding. I'm talking about Backery Camara. Nice penetration to the hoop. Wow. Nice job by Owen Chose. He's a sophomore here at Stonehill College. Nice save. Adam Freeze, good hustle. Here's Morton, back to Freeze. Baroa posted low on the left. Morton on the right, and then going to the hoop, getting the basket. Adam Freeze, and we got a 5-point difference. And there's a 3. They come right back and score a 3. This is a full timeout called by Bridgeport. And we still got a 52-44 lead. So the Skyhawks trailing right now by 8 points. It's one thing to get a hoop, but you got to get right back on defense because that other team comes right back quickly, and bingo, they score. Stonehill College will be back playing again on January 5th against Long Island University. That's the post school on January 5th. And this team from Connecticut, Bridgeport, Connecticut, they will be dealing with Bentley College tomorrow. So with 7:27 remaining, Stonehill's got to put the pressure on defense, and they got to come back and score. Taking a look at the scoring, Backery Camara has a total of 14 points. Travis Robinson Morgan has 10 points for Bridgeport. And for Stonehill, a bulk of the scoring by Morton with 16. Owen Chose has 7. Brandon Twitty, I should say Chose has 9. Twitty has 7. And Adam Freeze has 4. Here's Baroa. Goes to the hoop, throws it off the window, won't fall for Stonehill. .658, the clock running. You're watching Division II men's college basketball. This is a non-league game for both these teams. Here comes Morton.
Offensive foul. Will Morton, number 33. That's his fourth personal. The 18th foul from Stonehill.
So they'll call this against Morton. That's his fourth personal foul. That would be a big loss for the Skyhawks team if he were to foul out. Bowen reports to the scorer's table. He too has 4. Good block by Freeze. They'll call it jump ball. Possession rule gives the ball back to the Purple Knights.
Back 20, back 20.
Offensive foul. Bridgeport's number 15. His third personal.
So Kamara gets his third personal foul called against him. He wears number 15. Here's Stonehill. And again, we have a foul on the drive to the hoop. And this will be the 4th personal foul against Bakary Kamara. Now, he could be a big loss if he were to foul again for this Bridgeport, Connecticut team. Will Morton goes to the foul line, about a 70% shooter from the charity stripe. Takes a few dribbles, takes the shot, makes the first. All these free throws count. They're important in a close game like this. Second shot, back rims it, won't fall. 52-45. Free throws have hurt Stonehill. When you take a look at their team, they're totally surrounding the three-point circle, trying to get someone to get the free shot. They take the J. Won't fall. Morton with the rebound. Gets across the timeline. A nice drive to the hoop by Mike Bowen. He saw the open lane, drove hard to the hoop, and laid it off the glass for the left-handed hoop. 52-47. Stonehill is still in this ball game. And again, they make a basket. They have a pretty high shooting percentage. I'm talking about Bridgeport. Underneath the Bowen, off the window, makes the basket. A quick timeout called. Stonehill again down by 5. 5:01 remaining. We're in the second half. Stonehill could still pull this one out. Thought this might be a sure win for Stonehill. They have 3 or 4 players that are on the injured list. Today's cablecast a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. We hope to share this with other communities. A thank you to the Northeast Savings Bank for their support of men's college basketball here at Stonehill. Not a capacity crowd due to vacation schedules. The students are on break, but it's amazing to see how many students are actually here. Women's team will play in a classic tournament that they will be hosting today and tomorrow. Again, high scorers for each team. Bakary Kamara with 16, but he also has 4 fouls. and Will Morton with 17 points, who also has 4 fouls. So the remaining 5 minutes are going to be important. Can Stonehill stop the Purple Knights and their offensive attack? They like to shoot the threes. They like to drive down the lane. There's an offensive foul. And again, so that was against Hashan Aban. That's his 4th personal foul. Here's Freeze to Bowen. Takes his time before he gets across the timeline. Out front to Morton. Morton goes to the hoop, throws it off the window, missed shot, rebound, falls in the hands of one of the Purple Knights. 4:25, the clock running. They have to stop Bridgeport. And again, they missed an easy shot. Here comes Bowen. To Morton. Here's Chose with the basketball. They give it to their favorite shooter. Coach Kraus on one knee right now, coaching from the sidelines. 54-49. Here's Chose, 3-pointer. He got it! He got it from way downtown. We got a 2-point difference in this ball game. 3:37, the clock running. And of course, the fans are calling for defense. They have the ball on the far side of the court. They go to the hoop. Shot is missed. Rebound fought for. Went out of bounds. University of Bridgeport gets the ball back. This is a team 5-6 in Division II. They're 1-3 in the East Coast Conference. Only a 2-point difference. And again, defense is so important. And again, they take the shot, they get their own rebound. That'll take more time off the court. The clock, Bakri Kamara with the basketball, eating up some of the 30-second clock. 2:34 left in this ball game. Stonehill trailing by a bucket. They go baseline, get it back out front. They take the shot, and they make the basket. So a 4-point difference. Here's Chose with the basketball. Back out front to Bowen. Underneath to Will Morton for the basket. Threw it right off the window. Pretty play. Left-handed shooter went down the right lane for the basket. Again, it's a 2-point difference, 1:54 remaining. They throw it up, Bowen with the rebound. Here come the Skyhawks. Adam Freeze to Bowen. The clock running. 1:41, Stonehill has a chance to tie it up. Bowen at the high post. Morton goes to the hoop, throws it up, and they give the ball back to the University of Bridgeport. Timeout called by Bridgeport. So they have the ball. They have the lead, 56-54. Stonehill with 1:30 remaining in this ball game. They can still pull this ball game out, especially with 3-point shooting. Baroa reports to the scorer's table. Adam Freeze will get a rest. So this game is right down to the wire. As most of the games in the NE10 conference, of course, this is a non-league game. We have a team here at Merckett Gymnasium. They are from the East Coast Conference, Bridgeport, Connecticut University, and they're playing a tough Stonehill College team that has a pretty good record in Division II. They're 8-4. Okay, we got a 2-point difference. The Purple Knights have the basketball. We got 1:30 remaining in this ball game. Coach Kraus will go with Baroa, Will Morden, Chose, Twitty, and also Michael Bowen from Mansfield, Massachusetts. Here come the Purple Knights. They have the basketball. The clock is running. Stonehill in a tough man-to-man defense, looking to open up a lane. They go low. And again, a little give and go. They take the shot blocked. Here comes Chose. Gets it to Will Morden. We have 1 minute remaining. Stonehill trailing by a bucket. 54.2 seconds. Here's Morden. And we got an offensive foul. An offensive foul called against Will Morden. He fouls out of the game. So right now, Coach Chris Kraus questioning the officials on that last call. Looked to me like the defense moved in, but the call stands. Right now, Bridgeport will call a full timeout. 56-54, Stonehill trailing. We got 50.4 seconds remaining. They had the chance. It's not over yet. It's not over till it's over. A lot of things can happen with 50.4 seconds. But you know that Bridgeport, Connecticut is not going to just run in and shoot. They're going to kill 30 seconds anyways before they take their last shot. Stonehill should get the ball back. The question is, can they defensively hold Bridgeport, Connecticut from scoring another basket? If Bridgeport misses the shot, Stonehill can come back up, and even if they get fouled, they have a chance to get themselves back into this ball game. Okay, play action begins. Coach Kraus will go with Bowen, Baroa, Chose, Twitty, and Adam Freeze. Will Morden is fouled out. He's from Minneapolis, Minnesota. He's their key rebounder and shooter. Let's see what Stonehill can do. Clock is running. The Purple Knights have the basketball. In no hurry to take the shot. They hustle, they work hard on defense. There's a drive. Little ball stolen by Twitty. And again, 27 seconds. Do they have a timeout? They do. They take it. So the stage has been set, folks, for the Skyhawks. They have 23 seconds remaining. They trail by a bucket, 56-54. They have the ball. Coach Chris Kraus right now huddling with his assistant coaches. They're going to come up with a play. Unfortunately, they don't have Will Morton in there. He's a guy who can go to the hoop. He's got size. One of the top players in the NE10 conference. And what a year he's having. He's one of the two co-captains for this team. He and Brandon Twitty as juniors. He averages 19.7 points per game, but he can't do anything right now to help the team out with 23 seconds remaining. 56-54. Excitement here at the Merckett Gymnasium on the Paula Sullivan Court. Stonehill hosting the University of Bridgeport, Connecticut. Can Stonehill come out with 23 seconds remaining to score? If they get a three-point shot in and make it, they can take the lead. If they win this game, it's going to be a fantastic finish. So Charles will put the ball in play for the Skyhawks. Gets it out to Bowen. Under 20 seconds remaining. They get it to Beloa. And Beloa gets tripped. So that's a foul. So that sends Baroa to the foul line. He'll have a one-on-one situation. He must make the first to get the second. No, I guess it's two shots. So it's been tough from the foul line, but let's see what the Skyhawks can do right now. It's in Baroa's hands. Makes the first one all net. And now we got a 1-point difference. Second shot by Baroa. He makes them both. It's all tied up. It's all tied up. 12 seconds and a timeout called by Bridgeport in Connecticut with 10.6 seconds remaining. Stonehill will go back on defense. And now you know that Bridgeport is going to call for the last shot. They don't want to give the ball back to the Skyhawks with a chance to shoot. No more 30-second clock. There's 10.6 seconds remaining in this ball game. A lot of the fans sitting here in the stands with their mouth open. Yes, the game is all tied up. This is a game right now that can go either way. The Purple Knights right now in the driver's seat, they have the ball. And they have 10.6 seconds to get a shot off. Stonehill's got to be careful of the foul. You can win this game on the foul line. If you're just watching, folks, you missed a whale of a ball game. It's all tied up with 10.6 seconds remaining. And you're watching Division II men's college basketball. Stonehill Skyhawks from the NE10 conference and the University of Bridgeport Purple Hearts from the East Coast Conference. Bridgeport now put the ball in play on the far side of the court. Stonehill digs in on defense. Here's a dribble around the outside. They try to go baseline, a little bump. They take the shot, they miss it. And Stonehill ends up with the rebound. It's overtime. It's overtime if you just joined us. 56-56. Stonehill trailed most of this game and were able to get overtime. This will be a 5-minute overtime. What a ball game it's been. Thank you to Nick Allende for being on camera today. He works extra duty here because of the overtime. Stonehill will be playing without Will Morden. And remember, the star player, Bakary Kamara, from Harlem, New York, he's the 6'6" junior. He has 4 fouls on him from the University of Bridgeport. So he's a key player for them. But I think the name of the game is going to be hustle. They have to put their shots in. Bakary has a total of 16 points in this game for the Blue Knights, and for Stonehill, their high scorer was Will Morden, who fouled out of this ball game. Baroa jumps the tap now for Stonehill. Stonehill dressed in the white jerseys. Loose ball picked up by Bowen. Here comes Stonehill. They cross the timeline. They work against a man-to-man defense. Baroa stops. He pops. Won't fall. And Bridgeport comes down with the rebound on the missed shot. Stonehill doing what they can to dig in on defense. And again, they have to work hard to stop the shot. They get the three-pointer. They don't get the shot. So that's a 2-point shot. That means Michael Bowen fouls out of the game for the Skyhawks. 5 fouls. That brings in Walsh, number 2. Connor Walsh is a freshman guard from West Friendship, Maryland. Here's Travis Robinson Morgan. Puts his team out in front by 1. Missed the back end of 2 free throws. Here's Walsh being pressured in the backcourt. Gets it across the timeline. Here's Chose. Baroa at the high post. And again, Twitty looking for the shot. Gets it to Baroa. Takes the 3. He got it. Stonehill out in front for the first time in a long time in this ball game. 59-57. We're in overtime. 3:42 remaining. Here's a turnaround, Jay. Won't fall. Baroa with the rebound. Gets it to Chose. He's being pressured in the backcourt. Dribbles it across midcourt. Baroa at the high post. He picks for Freeze. Freeze switches with him at the high post. And going to the hoop, an underhanded scoop shot won't fall for Chose. 59-57. Under 3 minutes remaining here in overtime. Here's a 3-point shot, air ball, and they were able to save it. They were able to save that ball out to Sanchez, who takes a long 3-pointer, and Bro with another key rebound here in overtime. Here's Walsh. Gets it to Twitty. Twitty almost lost it, got the ball back. He goes to the hoop. He throws it up, and they miss their shot. 2 tries here in overtime with layups. Unsuccessful here, but they do have the lead, 59-57. Underneath, loose ball ends up in the hands. And of course, Freeze comes down with the rebound. Here's Twitty. 1:54, the clock running. And we have a foul in the play. That will send Brandon Freeze to the foul line. Skyhawk team huddles at the foul line. So fouling out of the ball game is Travis Robinson Morgan. He's their point guard. A little bit off on their free throws today.
Missed the first.
Brandon Twitty makes the back end of 2 free throws. Gives his team a 3-point lead, 60-57. 1:45, the clock running. We're in overtime. And again, they come right back with a basket underneath the hoop. That was Dennis Green on that last hoop. Here comes Walsh. Breaks the press. Gets it back out front. 1:23, the clock running. Stonehill out in front by 1 point. And ball goes out of bounds off Chose. That'll give it back with 1:14 remaining in overtime. University of Bridgeport, the Purple Knights have the basketball. And they'll call a quick timeout. Called by Coach Mike Rowan. An interesting ball game. A game that could go either way. Stonehill dressing 3 seniors, 3 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 5 freshmen. So right now, with 1:14 remaining in overtime, Stonehill men Skyhawks out in front, 60-59. Bridgeport, Connecticut University will get the basketball back. Defense will be important. Stonehill will get the ball back for another try, whether Bridgeport scores or not. How important defense is. And certainly, let's not disregard the importance of offense. This overtime is brought to you by Northeastern Savings Bank. 1:13, the clock running. University of Bridgeport has the ball. They take the shot. They make it. So Stonehill has the ball, and they trail by 1 point. Timeout, quick timeout called by Coach Chris Krause. 57.7 seconds remaining here in overtime. Stonehill trailing by 1 point. Now a basket here. A basket here will put Stonehill back out in front. And of course, they have the opportunity to work the ball around for the best shot. They certainly had chances to pull this game out in regulation as well as overtime. And they still have right now, they're in the driver's seat. They may trail by 1 point, but a basket here would put them out in front and put pressure on the Purple Knights. A missed shot here would put the Purple Knights in the driver's seat with the lead and with the ball. But with three-point shooting here in college basketball, anything can happen. Even a foul. Here's Stonehill now working against the press. They get it to Twitty, to Freeze. Freeze takes his time. Under 50 seconds remaining in the game. We're in overtime here at Mercott Gymnasium on the campus of Stonehill College. Here's Walsh. Gets it to Freeze. Freeze to Twitty. 34 seconds remaining. There's a three-point shot. It went! It's good! Stonehill out in front by a bucket, 25 seconds remaining. He chose to take the three-pointer. All net, he got it and put his team out in front. 15 seconds remaining, a 2-point difference. And they're going to call a foul on the play. They're going to call a foul on the play. So we'll call this foul against Baroa. That will send the University of Bridgeport to the foul line. Travis Robinson Morgan will take the shot, and he misses the first one. Holy cow. 9.5 seconds remaining. Stonehill calls a quick, not a quick, but they're going to call a full timeout. With 9.5 seconds remaining, 63-61. Stonehill will get the ball back. Whether they trail by 2 or 1 depends on what happens at the foul line. But if they take their time and get the ball up court or maybe get fouled, they're going to pull this game out. And I'll tell you, University of Bridgeport, Connecticut, they led most of this game. Stonehill come back, and right now they're working in overtime without Will Morton. 9.5 seconds remaining. You're watching Division II men's college basketball at its finest. Both these teams part of Division II NCAA. Stonehill College here in Easton, Massachusetts, out in front of the University of Bridgeport, Connecticut by a score of 63-61. Bridgeport will be on the foul line. Shooting will be Bakary Kamara. He's their favorite shooter. Takes the shot, he makes it. So both teams with substitutions. Stonehill out in front by 1 point. They have 9.5 seconds remaining to kill the clock. And we have a foul with 8 seconds remaining. That will send Chose to the foul line. He's a good percentage shooter from the charity stripe. Clock stops at 8 seconds.
Maybe with the free throw and sub and timeout.
Makes the first one. Stonehill out in front by 2. 30-second timeout called by the Purple Hats of Bridgeport. Stonehill out in front by 2 points. They have another free throw coming. They put them out in front by 3, which means that Bridgeport would have to fire up a three-pointer if they have any intention of tying the game up. But first of all, Chose has to put the second free throw in. He's a good shooter. I think he can handle the pressure. He can handle the pressure. Of course, it's Saturday. He wears number 13. It's not Friday the 13th. And Chose makes them both. So his team right now, Stonehill College out in front by 3. 8 seconds remaining. They take a long three-pointer, won't fall. And Stonehill wins this ball game. Holy cow. The Skyhawks from Stonehill College pulled out 65-62. They trailed most of the game. Fouling out of the game was Will Morton. Didn't play in the overtime. And right now we have an injured player on the court, but he's on his feet. And both teams now will line up to shake hands. Stonehill pulls it out. They win victory number 9. They now have an overall record of 9 wins and 4 losses. They're 4-3 in the NE10 conference. And they showed some stamina. They showed that they could come back. And it was a terrific victory. Once again, the final score, 65-62. Stonehill defeats the University of Bridgeport, Connecticut by 3. And according to the officials, there's 0.2 seconds remaining. And it looks like the University of Bridgeport will go to the foul line to shoot. But there's only 0.2 seconds remaining. They missed the first shot. And this game's going to be over.
Stay still, Owen. No foul. No fouls.
And they make the first one. 0.2 seconds remaining. And that's it. 65-63. Stonehill wins it. There was some controversy at the end. Evidently, there was a foul when someone fell down at the end, so that sent University of Bridgeport to the foul line with 0.2 seconds remaining. However, it's over. 65-63. Stonehill wins it by a bucket, and they do indeed pick up their 9th victory. University of Bridgeport Purple Knights, their record now 5-7. They're 1-3 in the East Coast Conference. What a ball game. Ended in overtime. Congratulations to assistant coach Chris Kraus, all of the Skyhawks, and of course their assistant coach. It's all final here at Merckett Gymnasium. This cablecast, a production of ECAT, Eastern Community Access Television. Stonehill wins in their Division I men's college basketball game here at Merckett Gymnasium, 65-63. Happy New Year to one and all.